Yura, and welcome to this really important session on respectful relationships. Underpinning our belief of respectful relationships is your dignity as a human person that's God-given. And we also believe that everybody has that same God-given dignity. We exist in relationships with people that we like very much, who cause us challenge, and who genuinely might be difficult for us. And yet all the way through, respect and respectful relationships is an aspirational goal. Seek respect, not attention, it lasts longer, is a really important goal that we think is going to navigate well for you as you go through both schooling and post-schooling life. You are going to be known by the relationships you keep, and the effort that you put into those to remain respectful is definitely worth the effort. Respect will look differently for different people, and so navigating what that means for each relationship is worth the effort. Your heart is enriched, your mind is enriched, and so is your soul. And I wish you well for this session on respectful relationships, knowing that the seed we plant now will bear much fruit into the future. Be respectful. Kia kaha. Thank you.
To me, respectful relationships start with attitude, and that's attitude towards yourself, it's attitude towards others, to family members, to friends, attitude in general towards women, attitude in general towards minorities.
For me, respectful relationships is simply just treating each other the way that we'd like to be treated ourselves.
Respect means to me giving and taking. Sometimes you're the person who's going to listen, and sometimes you're the person who needs to talk.
Respect is your actions speaking louder than words.
For me is being non-judgmental and accepting and respecting everyone for their differences, understanding and being patient with one another.
So a respectful relationship to me sounds like when there's open and honest lines of communication that are evident. I guess everyone fights at various points and has arguments, but a fair fight in a respectful relationship is one where there's no put-downs, insults or intimidation.
To establish genuinely positive and respectful relationships, I believe you have to invest your ongoing willingness of time and effort and energy to be, you need to be a good listener, you need to be honest, trustworthy, reliable, and just a reminder, it's not what you say or what you do. In the end, it's how you make people feel that they remember.
Respect to me is a boy who has manners and who has an understanding of how hard we work.
Respectful relationships, so when you appreciate the value of other people's time and their skills, and to have acceptance of their differences, and also to have an understanding that sometimes others' needs are more important than your own.
Quite simply, respect is the awareness that there's no I in Iona.
A respectful relationship is being kind and having a non-judgmental awareness that we all come from a different place with different needs and different ways of expressing them.
A respectful relationship to me requires patience, sensitivity and understanding.
Respect for me is equality. It's about seeing the strength that everybody brings to a conversation, and I think it's what keeps teams working together.
Respectful relationships for me are based on the qualities of compassion and an understanding of feelings for the other person.
For me, respect is the way you engage others under any circumstance. It is the integrity of teams and relationships. Respect is the most important thing you will maintain in your life.
Respectful relationship involves listening without judgment. I think it's very important to show empathy to that person.
A respectful relationship to me is about mutual respect, trust and communication. Communication would be my number one and an essential tool in being able to maintain and build respectful relationships with others in my work, both serving the Iona community and in my personal life.
Respectful relationships to me are being empathetic and understanding how your actions affect how other people feel.
I believe a big part of a respectful relationship is never being afraid to say I'm sorry and always saying please and thank you.
To me, it's one of mutual respect, honesty, trust and clear communication. We should feel safe and valued in a respectful relationship.
Okay, respect is a willingness to understand the other person in the relationship. It's one of those ones where it's not about you, it's about the other person.
I believe that respect is how you treat everyone, not just those people you want to impress.
Respect for me is the ability to see past your own needs, your own desires, your own wants, and be able to recognise other people's needs, desires, wants, and the quality of being able to put yourself in someone else's position and see their point of view. Don't always have to agree, but at least to be able to see and acknowledge someone's point of view.
To me, mutual respect is the foundation of genuine harmony.
When we speak to females, we should speak to them in the way that we'd like our mother, sister or girlfriend to be spoken to. When you speak to your mates, you should speak to them the way you'd like to be spoken to.
Respect to me means treating everybody in a positive manner, no matter who they are, and talking to them in a manner that shows courtesy and kindness.
A respectful relationship to me is one that's harmonious and healthy and where both people feel valued.
So respectful relationships to me would be looking at how people come from different backgrounds and have different opinions and being able to, understand and respect that that's someone else's opinion. You might not necessarily agree with it, but that's totally fine. But just knowing that someone else has got that opinion, they've come up with it their own way, and that's just the way things go. We have to work together and function in this space and every other. So yeah, just being respectful about that.
To me, respect is about appreciating difference and diversity.
For me, respect is something that you gain or lose through your actions.
Relationships are when both people can feel like they have the space to be themselves and they feel respected.
Hi boys, 5J's favourite word is respect, but respect should be a word that is encouraged and used regardless of age. R, rights and fairness. E, eye contact. Look at the person you're speaking with and make them feel engaged in the conversation. S, speak with courtesy. Body language and attitude are very important. P, politeness. Remember, please, thank you, excuse me and sorry are very powerful words. E, everybody has the right to speak, so listen. C, congratulate others, don't blame. And T, trust, don't blame. So my favourite word is respect. I hope that you can encourage this word when you're talking about relationships with others.
Respectful relationships are one of trust, good communication, understanding and honesty. They're relationships in which we feel safe, valued and cared for. They are where we're accepted and free to be ourselves. They're relationships where we support and appropriately challenge the other and where they support and appropriately challenge us. We grow as people and help others to grow as people as a result of respectful relationships.